What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to MKU Prime Time. It is Squidz here, and I am joined by DY Mitch.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, so this is your first cast for MKC, I'm pretty sure. Is that correct?
Yeah.
It is, yeah. That's actually quite exciting. I'm looking forward to casting with you. I'm sure you'll do a lovely job.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. So obviously we have got Wolfriend Star versus Prestige. This is a big boy match. This is Division 1 Semifinals. And they've also got RE versus High Definition going on the other side of the bracket whilst this match goes on. So Worldfriend Star got a bye to the winner semis after their really good 11-3 record in the regular season. And then Prestige are here after beating StarClan 2-0 last week in quarterfinals of D1 playoffs. And yeah, I think now is a better time than any to go over the lineups that we've got today. So as you can see on the left, we have Prestige, we have Angel, we have Despair, Julian, Roberto, Ryans, and Sebas. And we'd like to cover World Friend, Mitch?
Yeah, so on World Friend, we have Swift, Theo, Lanfy, Mars, Thomas, and Flo.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real. So we're in D1 semis now. Now is when you can kind of expect the teams to bring out the best lineups possible. Obviously, not everyone can be around to play, but both of these lineups they're absolutely huge. I can't really imagine much better lineups on both sides. And so I think as a result, we're guaranteed a good match here. Because I think Sketch wanted to play under Prestige, but he's not very well, unfortunately. So
yeah,
that kind of sucks.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, but obviously we do have players like Despair. Despair's usually, I think, quite a good front runner for Prestige, especially. Yeah. And obviously we have Roberto, the biker. And then the other side, World Friend, again, just straight out of the gates, an amazing lineup. We've got Swift, Theo, Lanfy. In fact, now that I think about it, I'm going through these names. They're all really good runners. They're kind of they're all kind of the names you'd expect to see at the front all the time. And so I'm really looking forward to see how they do against Prestige. Both records are pretty even. Prestige went 12-0-4, and again, as I said, World Friend Star went 11-2-3 with 2 draws. I think against High Definition and Arcadia Sky. Yeah, so drawing against High Definition obviously is not easy. Well, let alone winning Conference 2 in D1, no less. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this match plays out. Who are you expecting to win here, Mitch?
Well, honestly, this will be very close. I wouldn't be surprised if we go to a third match here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I honestly I give the edge to World Friend just because, like you said, they have like some of the best runners in the game here on this lineup, and I just think they'll perform really well.
Yeah, most definitely.
Over Prestige. Now, I'm not saying that Prestige, is any weaker. I think they they're really good at coming back. So I think Prestige could take the second match.
Yeah, I think I'm probably going to have to go the opposite from you here. I think Prestige are probably going to edge it out. Again, I agree with you when it comes to it going to a game 3. I think we can kind of expect to see that. But I think Prestige is probably going to just edge it out. But it's no doubt going to be going to be really close. And one could argue that Prestige does have a little bit more momentum than World Friend Star does. Obviously, after that win last week against StarClan, that was that was quite a swift win, 2-0 as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, well done to them. We'll see how many people are in the room right now, because the room's been up for around 5 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Just waiting on one more person to join the room. I'm not quite sure who that is. I think it's on the side of World Friend, I think. Because I think I see most of not DVP, Prestige in. Yeah, I've made that mistake loads of times. Oh, actually, is it Despair? I don't see Despair in the room.
Yeah, it's Despair. You're right.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think back to last season. The finals, the D1 finals of last season. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I think was World Friend versus Divine Phoenix.
Yeah.
And it's just now the interesting thing is obviously we've got World Friend back. That kind of comes to no surprise to quite a lot of people. And obviously we have Prestige here, and there are quite a lot of Divine Phoenix members in Prestige. So this could be considered kind of a little rematch in a way to last season.
For sure.
Either way, hopefully Despair isn't having any connection issues, as lots of us have been unfortunately having today.
Yeah.
I think Despair is usually the last to join the room anyway. Either way, he's got 3 minutes to do so. If there is a sub ready for Despair, they'll be coming in the next few minutes. So no matter what happens, we will be underway very shortly. Unfortunately, we're not too sure on the spots. I'm not sure who's hosting actually.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we can get some insight from T on who's hosting.
I would assume WF because they have the higher seed here.
Oh, actually, if I look, yeah, usually it is the top team on the bracket hosts, right? In which case, it would in fact, yeah, be World Friend Star. We'll have to see though. Obviously, if World Friend are quite a lot of top spots, you'd kind of expect to see the classics, TikTok Clock, RWS, DHC, perhaps. You know, DHC would work with top and middle spots as well, because middle spots could pull shrooms.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully Despair can find his way into the room shortly. He hasn't got too much time left, because the last thing you'd want is for the room to start in a 5v6.
Yeah.
That's straight up the last thing you'd want to see in a match as important as this. Even if that does happen, hopefully he can join back for race 2. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't come to that. I'm just looking at the past schedule and results for Division 1. Trying to look back at all of Prestige's losses, because I remember at the start of the season, everyone thought Prestige were going to do really well in D1, because when the season started, Prestige were relatively new, and they were kind of just sweeping every tournament that they had taken part in. Granted, it wasn't that many tournaments, because, as I said, they're new, but this is their first MKU season. But their first loss, if I remember correctly, it was week... Actually, it might have been quite early on. Their first loss was against JPP, I think, which kind of came as a shock to quite a lot of people, because in that matchup, Prestige versus JPP, everyone saw JPP as the underdogs.
Yeah, that
reaction.
Weak.
Is that Despair in the room? Or was that Neo?
That's Neo.
Okay, yeah, it does look like Despair has been swapped out then, which is fair. At least they did manage to get a 6th in by 10 minutes past.
Yeah, I
So
did
we will be.
notice that while we were talking about the standings here, I saw Neo go online on the screen.
Oh yeah.
So I kind of figured that was what's happening here. So yeah, Neo is gonna sub in for Despair here.
You have to see what character he goes as well, because usually when Neo plays, at least most of the time I've seen him play, he's gone Gold Mario. But if I remember correctly, Neo does like to use quite a few characters. So if he does use Gold Mario, I think it would be quite easy to distinguish where he is in the map.
Yeah.
Just kind of a plus. But either way, it is just turned 10 minutes past, so the room should be starting any second. Let me just double check there actually is 12 in room. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'm not really too sure what the hold up is right now.
No.
Is this when we realize that Lanfy is like AFK or something? Oh no. Hope not. Because the room I think should be starting by now. There's 12 in and it's gone 10 past. You see Warfriend pulling out the good lucks, so hopefully they are ready.
Yeah, here we go.
There we go. Oh, it's Mars who's hosting. Okay, so yeah, we were right. It is Warfriend who is hosting. So we could probably expect a few top spots from them. Yeah, as we could see. Possibly a top 3 going straight for RWS and possibly a bottom 4 for Prestige. Prestige are opting to go for Mario Kart Stadium. Mario Kart Stadium, I think, is a track which is kind of starting to see a little bit more relevance. It's kind of been kind of a scarce track when it comes to wars. But I think people are starting to realize now that MKS is pretty damn good for middle to bottom spots.
Yeah, for sure. And the shock definitely plays a factor in there as well.
On the glider, yeah.
But looks like it doesn't matter. We're heading to RWS.
Yeah.
So it does look like top 3 because Swift is in second. So we're going to start top 3 here for WF. And...
Oh no!
Oh, okay.
I think Mars, I think he tried getting rid of his green because I think he accidentally started trailing it at the start, and he did unfortunately hit whoever we're watching right now. I should have been paying attention. I think this is Lanfy. I'm gonna have to.
I think this is Swift's point of view.
Oh, is it Swift? Okay, let me do some scrolling up. This is in fact Swift. Yeah. Well corrected. Right. So yeah.
Unfortunate miscommunication there, I guess.
Yeah. You know what it was? I think Mars probably expected to get a coin, and so he kind of just spammed his item, and next thing you know, he's throwing a green, and it just, you know, the rest is history. But
yeah, that's a good
I think Prestige might be top 3 right now. Oh, never mind. Theo is up here. This boomerang could do in work, but Warfriend are in top 2 right now. So Swift might just want to hold on to it and not risk hitting his team. The blue is going to come in. That's going to be an awkward angle that Swift's going to get. Oh, that... Whoa.
Oh, yeah, that red. That was like a side spawn, not even a spawn behind the vehicle.
Yeah, it didn't seem to go very far, very quickly. That bomb! Yeah, I heard the bomb. It was under the little platform. That boomerang's not going to connect. Julian's going to be taken out by someone with triple greens. Couldn't quite see the name tag. Neo is I think it was Neo with the greens. So that's very unfortunate. I see Neo going Waluigi as well. So loads of Waluigis in the room. There is a Roy at the front. I think that is either Sebas or Theo who's managed to hold on to a top spot the entire race. Quite a lot of shrooms in the back right now. Don't see too much. We do see a Roy and a Star at the back right now.
Yeah, I think the Roy in front is Theo, because the red that hit Swift was gonna hit Theo, but it hit Swift instead. I think he held on, but he is gonna get blued on the line actually.
Oh, yeah, it's really unfortunate.
That's tragic. And that's I think a 1-3-4 for Prestige there. Or no, never mind. Mars was up there.
It was Mars was up there, so it's a top 2-6. That's kind of an even race actually.
Top 2-5-6, yeah.
Oh, was it top 2-5-6?
Top 2-5-6, yeah. Swift got 5th.
Oh, of course, yeah. So that's probably a slightly advantageous race to Warfriend then, a top 2-5-6. With the last 2 remaining spots being, I think, towards the bottom. It was something like 10-12.
So yeah, that's a plus 12 race for WF there. So pretty good start.
Yeah, pretty good start. If they didn't get that 5th, I think that would have been a more even race. And here comes the high rule I was talking about earlier. Yeah, with the top 2 that can run and take the coins, and then also the 5-6 who can pull a shroom and shroom up quite early on with the starting cut on turn 2/turn 3. But yeah, back to MKS for Prestige, which they will get this time, courtesy of Julian. And then just Champidrome in French, apparently. Well, you learn something. You learn something every day. I know whenever I'd cast with Mikkel and I tried to pronounce the foreign names of courses, Mikkel would always get really angry at me. You get really disappointed. Right, no box for Swift, so he's just gonna opt to go for the coins. So is Ryan's.
Yeah, he's gonna snag some of those coins there from Swift. And actually, I see Roberto take an early lead up there with, I think that's Theo. So
yeah, possibly. Yeah, I do see Roberto just kind of poking out at the front right now in first place. Not quite sure who that's in last. It's Flo who's in last. So that's going to be a quite early bottom 2 for World Trend. But as we were discussing earlier, it's fairly easy to catch up on this course. And were you saying that there could be a possibility of a shock?
They're gonna try for it. I wouldn't be surprised if they do. But top 2 is actually starting to break away a little bit, but that doesn't obviously matter.
You do see a lot of Prestige holding dodges right now. I think that's quite important to know. Sebas and Ryan's both holding stars. We do see Sebas going into a star now.
Ooh,
yeah, Swift is going to get, unfortunately, hit out in the cut. Luckily, he does have some shrooms to catch back up to the pack. That star is still being held by that's Angel this time. He's going to be forced into a star. This green's going to do work on someone.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like shockless race here. So Roberto might hold this first.
Looks like he's taking the cut in first as well, actually.
Oh, okay,
he's just gliding over it. Well, this pack is really close.
Yeah, that was...
I think... Yeah, I thought that was a top 2. Top 2, 5, 6, 8, 9. Was that a bottom 3 for World Trend? I'm not sure. That came very quick.
Yeah, that'll probably
We'll have a look now, just as T will put in the spots. Either way, I think that's quite a similar it's quite a similar race to World Friends Race 1, with Prestige now getting top 2, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was almost a bottom 3. Someone on the side of World Friend did get 12th, unfortunately. But still, World Friend are going to take Prestige, sorry, are going to take the lead.
So honestly, that MKS race was a little strange. We saw the pack was very close lap 3, and by then, I mean, usually people have... It's been a little farther away because people will start, you know, spamming their mushrooms and goldens, get a little bit of space on lap 3. But there were like 6 people crossing the line within the last second, which was really strange. But it is TM now from... I wasn't looking. Picked that one, but...
I would imagine probably World Friend.
Yeah.
Since they got not... I don't think I got the race they were looking for on that MKS. That MKS paying dividends to Prestige in race 2. As I said, it's going to give him the lead. Julian's going to take an early first. He has got defense as well. Sebas is going on the left path too. There was another Waluigi right behind Swift. Not sure who that is, but if it is Prestige, then Swift is alone right now. Sebas is going to get taken out, but he's going to... Swift is going to get beamed, it seemed like, but he's still managed to... he's still managing to hold on to his first. That's like World Friend top 3 now all of a sudden. Wow.
Yeah. And I think that's... Sebas got hit all the way back to last with that banana. So... Oh, and that Waluigi now in the back. Could be interesting to see who that is. Obviously, they're going to try and get the shock here. Very important item.
Yeah, I'll take in the cut. with a star. But you see, I think if that is Sebas, they're going back to try and get it. So you might, you could consider that Prestige could be fair, but at least bottom two, which is fairly likely if you think about it, because Worldfriend are kind of breaking away in top three.
Yeah, for
I see
sure.
someone taking the cut. So it's gonna throw away his banana. It's Mars who's coming up now. There's a blue coming
There's
in.
the blue.
I think Lanfee's just gonna. Okay, yep. Nice, yeah, that's nice play. Redding, Lanfee to kind of nullify the blue shot a little bit. I have to say that's a shock in play. You do see a couple people in dodges at the back. If there's a shock, it's gonna come in now over the glider. Yep, there it is. We do see possibly Sebas dodging in second. So if it is him, he'll be getting a free first. Yep,
Yeah,
there he goes
Sebas.
into the distance. Flo still getting coming off okay as well. Ryan's coming up top two at least, a top two four for Prestige.
Yeah, pretty textbook shock there, and that's top 2, 4, 6.
Top 2, 4, 6, 10, 11 for Prestige. That's gonna be another pretty good race. Nothing catastrophic for Worldfriend, but still gonna give Prestige the edge ever so slightly. That'll probably be like around another plus 10 or so. That's another plus 14, just like the last race. So that's gonna bump up their lead to 16 points now after race 3.
Yeah, so that, like I said, that shock kind of played out exactly how it should have and how shocks normally work there. When you see top spots going into lap 3 for a particular team, it pretty much means nothing, and you kind of saw that there.
Yeah, you see Prestige opting to go for Water Park. That's quite interesting, actually, because quite a lot of people consider Water Park to be a fairly inward biker I can't even speak right now. Advantageous track. That's a mouthful. Of course, back to Park Gloop Gloop. Oh, I remember that from last stream. What a name. Yeah, I'm interested why they opted for this when Roberto is, I think, only in 6th. I guess if they just feel confident on it, then fair enough, to each their own.
Yeah, I feel like we saw this track in general a little more this season. Particularly in D2, we saw Horizon pick it quite a bit. And yeah, definitely a good track for Yoshi Bike and stuff. Oh, yeah, that was a little sus.
Through the triples.
But yeah.
I think it was Ryan's who... Oh, it was Neo, sorry, who pulled those triples. I think Ryan just got backed in 12th place. That's unfortunate. In which case, that is loads of bottom spots right now for Prestige. That's 8, 9, bottom 2 for Prestige right now. Swift is going to get the hands from Julian. But he's still in 10th, though. Prestige are no doubt going to try and go for a shock here, as we see Roberto quite far behind. He's most definitely at distance in 12th.
There's the blue, so that looks like WF in first. And I think Swift's main job here is going to be to call out how likely the shock is to be in play from Prestige, since he is a little bit back here.
You do see a ghost being held by Julian. I think they have it. I think they might have it.
Likely.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Very quick. Did not give Swift any time for reaction there.
No.
So he couldn't dodge, which is unfortunate for him. Mars is going to get squished. Prestige, once again, just like last race, thanks to the shock, they're all going to come up. Oh, that was a very well hidden banana. Hate to see it. Triple streams, quad streams, in fact, for Swift. Quite a lot of quite a lot of Worldfriend back here. There's a late blue that's not really going to do anything. I think that's a pretty good race for Prestige. Oh,
okay.
Whoa. Okay, so
this is why they pick Water Park.
Okay, so I'm going to be real with you here. I did not think Prestige were top 6. I thought Prestige were like top 3, top 4 at best. Because there were quite a lot of World Friends in the middle at 6, 7, 8. I kind of assumed that Prestige were like top 4, and then World Friend were like 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8. But turns out it was only World Friend behind Swift as well, and
Yeah.
that's exactly what happens when you see a shock by Prestige on Water Park. That is a top 6 on race 4. That's a huge lead now for Prestige.
Yeah.
Seeing a top 6 in D1 semifinals, D1 playoff semis, that's actually quite insane,
Yeah.
especially this early on.
Yeah, I definitely. I think, when they used the shock, Swift got into boxes. I thought he would have been able to, break, at least maybe break the top 6 and maybe a top 4 or 3, but that banana he hit going up into the anti-gravity, that was really unfortunate. That costed him and his team quite a bit there. But now we see Cheese land, obviously a WF pick, and
Yeah,
we'll see what happens here. Swift gonna opt to go for coins, a little bit kind of soft bag.
I think that's mainly the aim at the start of Bag and Track, just trying to stock up on money, try and get to as close as 10 points as 10 coins, as possible. It's not going to be able to get the double, but I still think it's a little bit too early for shock. You can probably pull it around now. This is, just past the 30-second mark, I think. Who's that in a red? Well, I don't know who it is, but Swift is dead. What is that a shock? Or is that a star? I think that's a shock. I think that's most definitely a shock.
He looked
there's another one. Just spam that. Get rid of Prestige shock.
Yeah.
Don't let them get anything off of it. Okay, kind of sus lines right now from Swift with this golden. No bill, unfortunately. The only bill he is finding is right into the back of his Wiggler. So.
Yeah, if I were Swift, I'd definitely go for another one, and that looks like what he's gonna try and do here.
On the other hand, who is that in first?
Yeah, I was just about to point that out.
They are gone. There's the second shock. Was that by Ryan's? Because we did see both Mars and Lanfy dodge. Not Lanfy, Swift dodge.
Yeah, that was a little bit weird. Maybe there was another one, but kind of unlikely. But Swift's gonna go into the Bill strat here, and just like that, the guy in first lead is.
Yeah, it's nothing. It's probably not even in first anymore. Flo's holding a blue, so that's obviously Worldfriend in first place right now.
Swift definitely will get a good spot here with this star, so
Assuming it doesn't get stolen.
Maybe a good WF race?
I think it's looking like it. Yeah, we do see Thomas is up here. Julian's coming up. Lanfy is going to take first place. It's going to be at least a 1-3-4, perhaps. Oh, never mind. All of Prestige must have shroomed up at the end. Top 2-5 for World Friends. Nowhere near as good as what it seems to be going into the last corner. That just shows how overpowered that last cut is. Why it's so good? Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what Nintendo were thinking making that last cut so good, especially with the double cut as well. You shave so much time, and so what looks like it could be a good race of one team, it may just end up being a not too bad race for the other team.
Yeah, so that's going to be a +2 for WF. So they don't have the momentum yet, but to bring it back. But they're going to try and get this track pick here, and that'll hopefully help them here.
Well, the thing is, what you've got to take into consideration is that is Prestige got top 6 on the pick prior. So even if you do only get a +2 here, at least you've kind of just stopped the momentum completely. You've kind of stopped the bleeding. So now, with Hyrule Circuit, is where you kind of want to try and start building the momentum of your own and try and fight back here, going into race 6. And Lanfy's gonna
first, yeah,
Lanfy's gonna burn out, which is it's really unfortunate.
He might get hit here. Okay, no, but first is gonna get overtaken by Prestige. Yeah, that's a little unfortunate, but Swift may be able to do something. Oh, he's gonna get the double, and that's a red shell. He's not spamming it.
There's Mars ahead of him. That's top
Mars.
2 though. For Prestige. Oh,
Ooh, that's
well,
real.
it was top 2 because Roberto's going to get taken out here.
Yeah, a little bit of a trade there. Mars getting hit
Yeah.
out, and then Roberto. So, and that's was that
Sebas.
Sebas?
Yeah, it was Sebas,
Okay,
yeah.
nice.
Sebas is going to go down, so it's at least a 2-3 right now for World Friend, which is obviously a lot better than the top 2 for Prestige. Julian is starting to form a... Whoa. Okay, all right, Julian, I see you. But yeah, anyway, Julian is starting to get a slight break. Is that 2-3-4? Oh, that banana, you couldn't see it.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a shot, though. And a
Okay.
blue shot as well.
Yeah, looks like WF since the blue came out right there. So,
Well, not many
and
people are
is that a
coming up. Not many
trade?
people at all.
Yeah.
Who's that with that horn? This is a bit sus because Swift is
Okay.
dragging right now. It's
I think
Mars, I
it's top
think.
3. I think it's top 3 though, actually.
But if it is World Friend, whoa!
That
If it is
Caroline, yeah.
World Friend in first, and it was a top 4. We do see Angel and Neo coming up. So is Sebas. Sebas is going to clip Swift. Julian's holding a star. He's holding onto it. He's probably gonna chain here if he can. I'm not sure if he got the box. I don't think he did.
Second blue. I think that's WF in first, so that's gonna hurt them quite a bit.
Maybe he's gonna hit first. But whoa!
Yeah, that's.
Oh my god!
I don't think. I've
What are
ever
we seeing
seen
right now?
a
What are we
star evasion
seeing?
like that.
I have. That is insane.
Wow.
That's a
And
top 3 for World Friend. Top 3, 6, 8, 10. That is most certainly what you needed. This is the start. This could be the start of something new. On the side of World Friend. That's gonna. What, are you laughing at the little High School Musical reference there? That's gonna chop down
Iconic.
Prestige's lead by probably around a third. Maybe even close to half. Yeah, almost half. They're only up by around 30 now.
Yeah. Yeah, that shock. It didn't look like it did much, but that blue combo with the blue, that gave quite a bit of top presence to WF.
Yeah.
Quite suddenly. So that was definitely what they needed. That, yeah, definitely a weird shock, but it definitely worked out. And they're gonna chain a track pick too on Music Park.
This is great for them right now. Even though they are down by 30, this momentum is looking pretty good. And I think it kind of goes without saying, but we've seen quite a lot of shocks so far.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely in D1 you see more of that shock bagging because it's definitely so important and definitely more, developed shot calling and knowing where to use it, when to, and just stuff like that you don't see in lower divisions.
Yeah, well the thing is with shock backing is that it's very high risk, high reward. Because if you don't get it, then you can bet your butt that you're getting a low spot that race. unless obviously it's a bagging track. But if you do get it, then it could potentially be, well, like a top 6 as we saw in Water Park. But we're not at Water Park right now. We are at Melody Motorway. That banana is gonna kind of come out of nowhere and take out Swift, unfortunately. I think there's quite a lot of prestige in the front right now.
Yeah, they kind of. I think, yeah, they definitely benefited from the draft on the huge spiral piano turn here, and they have a lot of front presence now that's not like you.
You see
if you're
Roberto
WF on your track
in the
pick.
back right now.
Yeah.
Sebas is in 7th. So is Neo, actually. So there might be more World Friend up there than we originally thought. Oh, who's that with fire? That's I think that's on the side of Prestige. Mars has these greens. He might have to throw these away.
Yeah, this is...
Ooh. I don't know where he is. Okay. I think he's past him now.
I'm not sure who that is in last.
Whoa.
The Bill is Roberto. Yeah, what the heck. Okay. And
Right,
there's
if there's-
the Boo.
Yeah, if there's a shock, it's going to come now. But I don't think... Ooh, watch out there.
that
Well, yeah, that was kind of sus. Oh no, who'd that red hit?
I'm not
think-
sure.
I'm starting to think his red either hit no one or his teammate, and he's going to pay for it.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the shock. We'll have to see
Blue
huge...
coming in. I think that's
is
another WF shock.
I think it's Prestige. We do see Sebas coming up. Yeah, and Angel was in a bill as well. That
Okay,
had to be a
never
Prestige
mind,
shock, yeah. We do see Lanfy, I think, getting second and Swift getting fifth. But, well, what else do they have? Actually, it's not too bad at all. 2, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's definitely a winning race for World Trend, even with that shock. Makes you wonder what World Trend's spots were before the
Yeah,
shock.
that was strange because the blue came out when the shock came. That's why I assumed it was WF. But maybe, I don't know, maybe he threw it to use his dodge because it may not have mattered at that point. But yeah, do neutral race. Minus, okay, so what's that? +6 for WF. So yep, again they're bringing it back little by little here. Definitely what you want to see in a D1 semifinal match.
Yeah, just a reminder, this match is a best of 3. So this is not the only war that we'll be broadcasting today. We'll be having at least one more, possibly a second one afterwards if it needs to go to it. We're going to go to Piranha Plant Pipeway, or Piranha Plant Slide if you are American, as the Americans call it.
Yeah, definitely one of Prestige's main picks here. So we'll see what they can bring this time.
Well, if there's anything as big as a water park, then, well, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
My Sebastian's kind of teleporting around the place right now. I think he's just about still in first. He's kind of zooming off into the distance.
Yep, Swift taking a few bumps, so he doesn't get those coins. Oh, Triple Mana's here. I think he's surrounded by Prestige, though.
Yeah, because there's
problem.
There's Roberto, and I think that's possibly either Ryan's or Neo next to him, I think. Might be wrong on that.
Oh.
How did that not hit him?
Yeah. He's gonna throw them. Okay.
Oh, well, that one did somehow.
Yeah, that's Roberto with the fire.
Oh, yeah. That could do some damage. Because Theo is up here. Who's that Waluigi in 5th right now? I'm not too sure. Sebas is still holding on to first. He might back a green if he feels like he needs to, because quite a lot of World Friend in... Oh, no!
Yeah.
Whoa, there's so much happening right now. There are bombs, there's greens, there's bananas.
Yeah, I saw the fire and the greens come up, and that wall is kind of infamous for just killing you when stuff comes back off it, but Sebas still holding on, and that's actually Ryan's now in second.
Yeah, Ryan's going to take out... Oh, that bomb! Yeah. Oh no. Roberto not going to pull a shroom, so he's going to fall back a little bit with these greens. His aim is to probably take Theo out, and he's actually going to get taken out himself. Someone's going to go into a ghost now, so there's going to be a shock. You might expect it to come here. Doesn't look like it's happening, though. Julian now is the one with fire. I think that's still a decent amount of prestige at the front, though. Because Ryan's... We do see Neo... and Julian here. Sebas is still in first, and I believe Ryan's still in second. Yeah. So a top 2, 5, 7, I think. Neo's going to bite the dust. So is Theo, though. Okay, Mars is at least here for something, but these shrooms and the blue. Oh no!
Wow.
This is going in the dump. This race. That's a bottom 3, I think, for World Friend. Oh, never mind. Angel's back here, but top 2, 5, 6, 7 for Prestige. Damn.
Yeah, so much happened there on that last straightaway. You saw so many people get hit out. The boo comboed with that blooper for Swift just ended him. And yeah, Sebastian Ryan's held it up in the front for most of that, and that
props to Sebastian. He didn't get hit out whatsoever, I don't think. He was just kind of chilling at the front, just running.
We see him on 95 points after
8.
8.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely one of their main runners, and he's definitely showing it today. A really good performance from him so far. And that's TikTok for Prestige. So again, that momentum shift coming in the opposite way now.
Yes, just like the track, it's kind of like a pendulum. The Prestige is kind of just switching constantly between the two teams. But the thing is, Prestige, ever since that top 6, they've just had the upper hand. And World Friend, whilst they're trying their best to try and stop whatever Prestige are trying to get going, whilst they're doing an okay job, they kind of need to be doing more than an okay job, considering that they're down by 40 right now.
Yeah, 42 with 4 left. Yeah, it all comes down to this race, I think, because if Prestige get a good race here on this track, then it's 3 races left to get that momentum back for WF, and
that is not easy.
An easy task for sure. So
quite a lot of
Theo taking first now, and it's top 2 at the moment.
Oh, and you see Julian with his red. He's going to be in first. Whoa.
Okay.
There's lots of death happening right now. Because you see Julian hitting the pendulum, but as a result, he took out someone from that red, and then we see Swift dying as well. Alien?
Oh.
Angel, sorry. I don't know where that came from. Honestly, I really don't know. I don't know what I'm on right now.
I think you tried to put...
Oh, Julian and Angel, that was it, yeah. Alien, wow. That's actually funny. Right, so Roberto's going to go down with Sebas to Swift's fire here. Ryan's is still holding on to second. Not quite sure who that is in first right now, though.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you either. Is he holding a red in second?
Oh no,
he threw it, so I think that's WF in first, actually.
Yeah, well, there's the blue, though.
Lamphy, and...
That's still going to go for Ryan's, dude.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
That dropout came
way
a little
too late.
And that's
way too late.
Yeah.
Do you see Julian in second?
Yeah, it's not going to connect, so I think Julian gets second, but first for Swift.
Hard to see where everyone is right now.
And...
Oh, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 12. That's kind of an even race, even with the 2, 3, 4, because of the 8, 9, 12 for Prestige. But you can't be having tie races here, I don't think. You've got to get the momentum going now.
Yeah.
With 3 races to go, and you're still down by around 40 points.
Oh, that was actually a tied race.
Yeah, straight up tie race.
Yeah, looking more and more rough for a WF comeback here. But RMC...
As I said once again, this is a best of 3, so even if Prestige does take this first war, it is by no means over. It would just mean that World Friend would have to win the next 2 consecutive wars. Which, against Prestige, that is no easy feat, dude.
Absolutely not. So, ED coming out. Yeah, ED for Prestige. That, yeah, makes sense. For sure. Definitely gonna try and draft here. Take over. It is, it is Swift in first, so we'll see what happens here. If I were WF, I'd definitely try and get that shock. They need something pretty big here.
Yeah, Prestige have kind of been rolling in the track picks recently as well. Because obviously they had PPS, they had Melody I can't remember who picked Melody Motor.
Melody was WF pick.
Oh, was it? Okay.
But yeah, I think there's a slight edge for Prestige in track picks, though. You were right about that.
Yeah. I do see Roberto trying to take Swift out of second. Julian has defense in first. That's quite a lot of prestige up here, actually.
Yeah.
Then again, as soon as I say that, everyone's going to take the cut. I should really stop saying the current spots like as the cut is like being approached. But anyway, we did see I think Flo. A nice green. Oh, double!
That was
wow.
Really good work there, getting that draft and just running into the players with the
yeah,
trail.
And even with
really
that, Prestige. Oh, did he just fall off? Or was that? Oh, okay. I'm not sure what happened there, but even after those double greens, Prestige is still, not bad spots at all. Ryan's is up here in first. I think
think
was that Julian in third? I think. I mean, I have the memory of a goldfish right now.
uh
There's Lanfy's up here now with fire.
oh,
There's a
I see.
blue.
Yeah, that was actually, I think he purposely dropped so he could pass with the fire.
Oh
But it's not gonna
no!
matter. There's a blue. Oh yeah, that's rough.
And he had a shroom as well in first. So that blue is gonna do near to nothing.
Yeah, if you're WF, you're gonna hope that this red Swift has is gonna hit, but it might. Yeah.
Whoa!
No, I think it hit him. Yeah,
That hit him,
off.
dude. On the side, I
Wow.
think.
Yeah.
Oh, you hate to see it. But is this what World Friend needed?
So 1-3.
1-3. But what else did they get? That's the important question. 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, 12. It's. I don't think it's a good race, but that 12 is really going to hurt because they have to have a gigantic last race here. Or last 2 races, sorry.
Yeah, I mean it's a start, but now they like it. They definitely like the last 2 races have to be wins for sure, and they have to be pretty substantial. That race was a plus 14, so they have 28 points to cover in 2 races, which
I mean, that's doable.
yes,
28 points in 2 races, considering they've just got to get that same race 2 more times, and they've at least brought it back to a tie. I think the track picks are going to be quite important here. And once again, Prestige getting the reset I think they're looking for here.
Yeah, we'll have to see. But yeah, Prestige or WF, they need the shock. Like, there's no question about it now. Like, last race it would have been nice, but like they need it now. Absolutely, 100%. Yeah. So, see what happens. I think that's 4 people going backwards, but that's
double travel. Oh no.
Okay. Yeah.
Can we make it a third? Can we make it a third? Come on, Roberto. Nah, doesn't look like it. But
if I were Swift, I would slow down, try and get a mid-place star if possible. And that's what he does actually. So
that's what he gets. There's so many Waluigi's in the back. Someone's in a ghost right now. What's Lanfy holding? That's a blue shell, I think. It's hard to see, but it looks like a blue shell, and yeah, it's definitely a blue, and he's holding it. So that's World Friend in first then. You can see they're dropping. Everyone's stopping right now.
This kind of looks like a shock scenario. Maybe not. No, okay.
Well, the pack is starting to get close now. We do see someone backing up a little bit in last. Roberto's in a star right now, so Prestige probably don't have it. Then again, we do see Angel with a star in second.
Okay, that's yeah.
We do see Prestige in 4 as well. I think World Friend may have it, to be honest.
Ooh, that was close.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't. Oh no, this is it, dude. I think this is it. That is a top 3. Oh my god, that bomb! Oh, it didn't hit him!
No.
Oh no. That was almost a godly play. Yeah, it's a top 3, bottom 3 for Prestige, but that is gonna seal out the first game, because obviously, as we know, a top 3, bottom 3 is a winning race. That's a +4. Actually, no, it is still mathematically possible.
Yes, but after that, I'm not so sure.
Well, I mean, we've seen High Definition make loads of comebacks on stream for MKU before, and if HD can do it, then surely World Friend can as well. Obviously, I'm not discrediting High Definition right now, but
yeah, of course. So yeah,
yep.
Was that was a shockless?
I think it was, yeah.
That's definitely abnormal.
And as you were saying, World Friend needing these shocks, so that's gonna hurt World Friend a lot more than it's gonna hurt Prestige.
Alright, so it looks like their last-ditch effort is gonna be Bone Dry, and it's gonna come out here. Yeah, we'll see what they can do here, but it's gonna need to be Jurassic
Mm.
race.
And the thing is, even if you got top 4, if you got bottom 2 with the top 4, that's only a plus 16, so you wouldn't even come close to matching the 32 points you'd need. You have to have basically at least top 5 on Bone Dry Dunes for race 12.
Yeah. So, is that... Actually, yeah, I've kind of lost track of the spots, but I think...
Well, the thing is, we see Roberto right now, who's kind of chilling at the back, and you can't blame him for doing that, because if you make sure Worldfriend can't get shot, what are they going to do, right?
Yeah,
Because
for sure.
getting just a natural top 6 against Prestige, no less, that is hard work.
And
It would be a
actually,
miracle if it happened.
Yeah, but we do see top 3 right now for WF. Kind of interesting because the last race was a top 3 for Prestige, so they took care of that quickly. You saw, I think that was Lanfy with the boomerang and stuff on Ryan, so that good plays from him. Now they're holding part of what they need, but they're gonna need.
Was that top 4?
I think
for
actually
right
because
now?
Thomas is up here now too.
Well, I mean, it's possible. A top 6, at least a top 5 here. It's assuming there's no shock in play, though. That is very important, because we do see people in dodges now. If there's a shock, then it's no doubt going to come on this glider here. It's going to get all of Wolfriend off. We'll have to see. No.
Okay.
Oh, what's happening right now?
Yeah, one of the Waluigi's got hit out. That's probably it then.
Oh, Theo got taken out. Yeah, Sebastian is up here in second.
I think that
someone got hit on the
2-3
line.
for Prestige.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be it.
Yeah.
2, 3, 6, 8, bottom 2 for Prestige, and whilst that is definitely a winning race for Worldfriend, that's obviously not quite the race they needed. It's not quite the plus 32. So that's going to be Prestige taking the first game by 24 points.
Yeah, 504 to 480. So, yeah, that looked like a pretty typical war. Momentum shifting quite a bit. Teams playing at their very best, and you definitely saw that here. And not a blowout by any means. So
yeah, most definitely. You could argue that this would have been much different if Prestige did not get that top 6 on Water Park. Because that top 6 led to... actually, no, I was going to say it led to quite a momentum shift, but realistically it didn't, because after that top 6, Worldfriend got a -2 and then a -20, sorry, a +2 and then a +22 after that. So, but either way, just 40 points in one race, that can be such a hard deficit to come back from, and I think that kind of, this was kind of evidence of that. Prestige taking it. But yes, that is going to be it for match 1. As I said, there is going to be at least one more match. If Prestige win this next match, then Prestige will be through to the finals. And if not, then we'll be going to a game 3. But yeah, so as it stands, I will be staying in for match 2 and 3. As for Mitch, we're not actually, we haven't confirmed yet. It'll either be Mitch staying on with me or it will be Stevens. So stay tuned for that. We'll probably be around 5 minutes, I imagine. We'll be right back.
Yep.
Hey, welcome back, everyone, to MKU Prime Time. As we just saw, Prestige took the first game over World Friend by 24 points? Yes, 24 points it was. So, fairly close match, but as we saw, Prestige getting a huge top 6 race on Water Park. I think that was kind of the main deciding factor for that war. And I am joined back once again by Mitch.
Yep, I'm staying here. You guys aren't getting rid of me, so hello.
Yeah, we talked to Stevens, and he said if you wanted to, we could just keep going. And I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So we are just chilling right now, going into match 2 of Prestige versus World Friend Star, Division 1 semifinals. So the lineups, not much has changed. We do have a couple of substitutions, though. One from each side, in fact. I'll go over the Prestige substitution. We have Dragon coming in for Neo, which is, that's kind of understandable. It did look like Neo was struggling a little bit points-wise in the last war. And obviously, whilst Prestige did get the win, Dragon is coming in to play for him this war, and probably match 3 as well if it did go for that. And Mitch, you want to go over World Friend?
Yeah, so we see Valor coming in for Theo, and yeah, I think the change, I mean, both of them are very talented players. I think it doesn't make much of a difference. I think they're still up to the same level of gameplay. I think Valor coming in, as a fresh player, WF might be a little bit off. I think but Valor can help. I think he'll be a factor in helping them reset since he, wasn't playing. So he'll definitely be able to help with that.
Yeah, and obviously we'll never know the main reasons why those 2 players got subbed out for the reasons they did. Like, it may just simply be a case that some people may just have to go. Like, they may have other plans. But either way, still 2 extremely strong lineups. And considering that we saw a fairly close match, around 15 minutes ago, I imagine things won't be too much different here, even with the substitutions. So room's been up for 3 minutes now. I'm not quite sure how many people are in the room.
Yeah, we're just gonna hope that it's not gonna drag out the 10 minutes like last time.
Yeah. Oh, never mind. We can hear it.
Okay.
We may not be able to see it, but we can definitely hear it. We see a Prestige are hosting this time. And if this went to a game 3, then I believe it would swap once again to World Friend hosting, of which I would assume Mars would host again. But yeah, we'll only talk about that if it comes to it. So, new war, fresh track picks. We can go back to the same ones as last war if we so feel, and it looks like we're doing just that because Prestige are whipping out the RPPS and World Friend are going for Twisted Mansion.
Yeah, so I think it looked like Prestige, okay. This screen and the voting screen do not match with spots. I've noticed that. That happens quite a bit.
Sometimes they do, but like sometimes they don't. It can be really off-putting isn't the word, but you know what I mean. It can kind of take you by surprise. Yeah. Oh, you thought you were top 4? Huh? Yeah, just kidding.
Yeah.
We'll have to see who pulls streams here. Sebas is going to pull a green. And we'll have to... Oh.
Wow.
Yeah. I think that actually may have been the result of Sebas being bumped wide into Swift. Assuming we are still watching Swift's POV. I don't think anything's changed here.
Yeah, it's Swift. Do we know the characters for the subs? Or are they just both Waluigi?
Probably just both Waluigis, let's be real here. Because I mean, if you look at the
Okay,
mini-map right now, that is a lot of Waluigis.
yeah, so I think
mean,
at least
I
that'll
can-
help with Sebas, because we know
Yeah.
it's him now. So.
Yeah, I mean, and obviously Roberto, of course. I mean, I can tell you that Waluigis are like top 5 right now. Who are they? I don't know, but
Well, there's a lot of WF back here, I think.
there
so
is. Yeah, that is a good point.
that's-
You see Dragon as well, Lanfy, Flo, Swift, of course. Trying to see where the Donkey Kong is on the map because I can't see him.
He's
Swift's going for
probably-
the UMT strat. There's a
Yeah.
blue. The blue is coming in.
Yeah,
I do see
pretty
someone
sure
dropping.
There's a lot of prestige up there.
Yeah, I think so.
That blue-
There's Julian, there's Sebas, there's Angel on the other path. There's Ryan's up here as well. Yeah,
He
this is
took
very
Cotton
dominant.
first, so that looks pretty convincing for him.
Oh, that is a lot of prestige. It's an
Okay, that
army
red-
right now. Is that just
that-
red to skip him?
Yeah, that skipped the whole room actually. Oh no, it hit Ryan's. Okay,
Did it?
that I think it did. Yeah.
Wow. Lanfy is.
oh.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Not
WF
Lanfy, sorry. Swift is
shock,
playing with fire. But yeah, that's got to be a WF shock.
and these
Target shocking
bananas
Ryan's. That
add
bomb is going to do what? It's going to take out, I think, 2 of prestige and 1 of World Friends. So
two,
Sebas is gonna get
three,
first.
Or, oh,
I think it's a
Yes.
2-3 for World. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 for World Friend. Wow, that shock really really turned the tides of that race, most certainly, because as you saw, it was only just Swift up there. It was 1, 3, 4, possibly 1, 3, 4, 5 for prestige going into the glider, and that shot came down and everything changed.
basically the opposite of what we saw last war, because Prestige was the one who used the shock in that spot in the last war, and they got a good race. But I think this shock was better for WF. They got, because of all those spots, they got a plus 12 race out of that. I don't exactly remember the race from the last war, but looks like a pretty convincing shock. At least, unfortunately, they couldn't get the first, but 2 through 6 is still a really solid start.
Yeah. Once again, it's our main man Sebas holding down the fort for prestige. World Friend now going to take a plus 12. Going into race 2 though. Valor actually does have his tag on now, which is good. The last thing we want to see is World Friend getting a tag penalty in a match as important as this, especially when they're down 1-0 right now.
Yeah, definitely. And how many Squirtles do we see? I see at least 2, maybe 3. So yeah, we'll see how that fares.
Yeah, we see quite a lot of prestige in the top right now. I think that was Lanfy who was in first just about going into the eel section. Yeah. I know Julian as whoa,
Okay,
was that a boomerang? I think a
That
boomerang
mu-
just took out
I'm not
2
sure.
of prestige there. So it's really good boomerang usage by Wolfriend if it is so. Sebas, yeah, that's a boomerang. Oh, was it
that-
Sebas's boomerang?
No, that was Swift's banana. He was nana sniped him there. That was a
No,
really
but
good
like
throw.
Sebas back spammed a boomerang at the end. So if it was Sebas's boomerang, then he would have taken out 2 of his team members on the eel, which is really unfortunate. But either way,
that's-
Flo is not going to get blued because I think he had a shroom. Julian has a red in second though. This blooper's going to be a little bit annoying until when Swift goes on the boost panel, and then it's basically useless. We do see Roberto in last right now. He's probably going to try and pull out a shock. Julian's trying to chain reds on Lanfy and on Flo, sorry. In the meanwhile, 4 greens for Swift in third right now. He's going to try and take Julian out. That's not going to reach him though. Whoa.
Yeah, I gotta be careful because sometimes those greens just don't. They ignore the.
Oh,
triple
no!
section, and yeah, I was just about to say that is also a risk. Smart bounce,
Yeah.
but
Julian's still holding on to first. He's not going to get another red, Swift. unfortunately.
Yeah.
He is going to get rid of Julian's horn, though. There's a shot coming in. Doesn't look like that many people dodged, though. Only one Waluigi and a star. Maybe someone in a ghost. There's quite a lot of World Friends behind first right now. Julian's
Yeah,
in
no
first
rest.
still. Oh, that bomb!
Oh,
By
wow.
Flo!
What a great
Oh,
bomb. Well,
and all of World Friend coming up. That is going to be a top 3 for World Friend. 4-5 for Prestige. 4-5-6.
oh no, okay.
But that's still definitely a winning race for top 3.
Wow.
Because of course, top 3 is guaranteed winning race anyway. But yeah, wow, that bomb.
Yeah,
That was a clutch bomb.
what a play from Flo, and that's really risky to do in a section like that where it's so narrow, and he had very little space to pull that off, and he did it. So that was really well done, and that high risk, and definitely high reward there. So
Yeah. And what probably would have been around a tie race, maybe even a winning race of Prestige, that's now just completely flipped it to a plus 16 for World Friend there. So now World Friend are up by 28 points after 2. Definitely the start they were hoping for.
yeah, for sure. After the last war, this is definitely going to help them if they have any sort of like tilt or anything from the last
Yeah.
war. And they're going to change a track pick too, RWS. So hopefully we don't see anything like last war with spamming a coin, thinking you're spamming a coin and then taking out your teammate scenario like we saw last war. I will assume they'll have definitely corrected that by now, but see what happens. So that's Valor in first. And there we go. We see the coin now, so we don't see any trailing. That's good.
Okay, we've got an army of Waluigis right now behind Swift, who's a Waluigi himself. That actually looked like those lines were a little bit shaky, but I think he's managed to recover pretty well. He's trying to slow down to Green Julian. He's going to miss, though. He's going to hit someone.
I think that was Mars.
I think it was Mars. That's,
trail.
yeah, very unfortunate. Julian is going to take cut in first here. What does he have behind the shroom? I don't know. I think it's a coin. Hard to see from here. We got a red in second. It's a 2-3-4, I believe. I heard a bomb go off. I think that was below the... yeah, maybe. We don't know. Oh no! The bomb in first by Julian. That's going to put in work. So still a 2-3 for World Friend, but a 1-4-5. And now a 1-3-4. Because Swift is going to find his demise to that boomerang. He's going to slow down for a dodge, maybe?
Okay.
He's not going to get one, but it makes you wonder, does World Friend have the shock right now?
Okay, these triple reds are going to put in work.
Yes, they do. There it is. Valor's coming up in the bill. Triple Bananas is not a very good pull, especially in 7th. Thomas has a golden up here.
And yeah, okay, he got billed and the boo. I think that was his shrooms he took, so...
Yeah, can't go for
kind of
the
end of the
double
line
either.
for Swift, but...
He's going to be getting a low spot. Who's this who got taken out? I guess we'll never know. But Sebas is back here now as well. Angel is in 7th. Dragon is in 8th. Are there quite a lot of World Friends still up there after the shock?
I think so. I honestly think Valor for sure, and then...
Looking like a good race of World Friends. Top 2, 6, 8, 9, 11. Yeah, I think that's a winning race by, if I were to guess, top 2, 6, 8, 9, 11. Probably a +4. That's my guess. Still a pretty even race.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world for WF. They're up, so I mean, could it have been better? Probably, but it's still a winning race. +8.
It's a +8 actually. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll just improve for the next race. They're doing really well. I think.
Yeah.
It's not going to hurt that much.
If you kind of just think about this, World Friend would be perfectly happy with just constantly chaining like even races, right? Because they're up by 36 after 3, I think. Has it been
Yeah.
3 races? Yeah, I can't count, but but yeah. So just constantly getting even races as long as they're not too as long as they're not winning races in the side of prestige, then World would be perfectly fine with that. But we're going to RMC where tie races are not really as common, or at least maybe not as common isn't the right words. I think it's more common for very big races to occur here because shocks are fairly common.
Yeah, you definitely see around, 15, or maybe not 15, but like plus 16, 18, 20 races here. Just because of the nature of the track. So, early Bill for Swift.
Yeah, that was an early Bill.
I think, no, he's going to hold that actually.
Yeah, I would hold that. I'd hold it for lap 3.
Yeah.
Oh, that red.
Yeah,
Lanfy is holding a golden. Yeah, Angel is he has one more. Oh, that's a bomb. Oh no, it wasn't triple red. It was a crazy 8.
Yeah.
There's a blue thrown by I think World Friend in last. Roberto's coming up. What's Roberto holding? A golden, I think. Yeah. I think Prestige are dodging the blue with a shroom there. So, was that a shock by Flo? Was that a star? That looked like a shock.
I don't know. They probably would have used
it was a star. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I thought they would have used it there.
Yeah, damn, I got excited. But everyone is shrooming here. Oh, Lanfy's dying behind the line.
Lanfy on the line.
Oh no, is that a top 2? Yeah, it is a top 2. A top 2, 4, 5, 6. Top 2, 4, 5, 6, 11 for Prestige. And just like that, Prestige are right back in it. Huge race for them.
Yeah.
Lanfy dying there cost them.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, another shockless well, wait. No, yeah, another shockless RMC.
Yeah.
Weird. Definitely weird. Two wars in a row. It's definitely not what you normally see. So, I feel like I saw Ryan's at the end of lap 2. He just shroomed up because I think he kind of gauged that there wasn't going to be a shock, and if there was, it was going to be, pretty minimal. So he just took his chances and shroomed up, got out of there because it didn't look like Thomas was going to pull it. Because by the time he got to the pit stop on lap 2, it was, the pack was too close at that point. So yeah. Unfortunate for WF, but they chain keys here, so there's no doubt there will be a shock here. So we'll see if they can turn it around.
I mean, Wolfrun is still up by 12, even with that huge race that Prestige just had. So, but yeah, as you said, there are going to be lots of people bagging again, going for shock. Probably more so Wolfriend. Then again, as I say that, we do see Sebas and Angel in the middle. And Roberto, once again, he's kind of just chilling at the back, as he's usually been doing for most of these races. There's only three runners, it looks like. Usually not as many as you'd expect to see. But... Ooh.
Yeah, those bills there, they are very hard to avoid because by the time they're near you, you're not going to be able to go wide in time. They take the tight line. But that is, speaking of bills, here we see Swift pulling one, so...
He's going to try and chain into the set here, and probably use his bill here as well, yeah, as he does so. It's a star. What is Ryan's holding there? It's something golden and it's sparkling. Is it a star? Or is it it's a shock? There you go.
There we go.
Unless that was Worldfriend who used that in 10th, but I think that was Prestige. We do see a Roy is... Oh, he's going to get his box snagged. Yeah. I think that's Sebas currently fighting for first right now. Worldfriend are in at least 3, 4, 5 though right now.
These mid spots. Okay, yeah, top 2.
Top 2 for Prestige. Going into lap 3 of Cheese, though. That's something to bear in mind. And there is
There's
a
some
blue shell
blue.
coming. It wouldn't surprise me if Sebas had Shrooms in first, because he did dodge. Oh, he had a bomb. Never
In
mind.
First. Okay, he took out
Oh.
Julian, but there were 2 WF. And yeah, he's going to chain a bump off as well. So it looks like last place here for Lift.
Yeah, there's a lot of World Friend back here now. It's a
okay,
bottom
bottom
3.
Yeah.
We do see Dragon and I think 9th, but Prestige 1, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9. Bottom 3 for World Friend. No doubt going to be another winning race for Prestige.
So yeah, that bomb from Sebas, it hit Julian, but it hit Valor and Swift, and they both had Shrooms, so he honestly saved their race there. That was a good play, I think, from Sebas to back that bomb for the blue shell. And that is a +6 for, or no, never mind, +18 for Prestige, +6 overall.
Yeah, no, and just like that, out of the 2 races, World Friend lead is just gone.
Yeah, very
gonna
similar
opt
to
for-
last war.
Yeah, it is quite similar to last war, actually. Yeah, they're opting to go for Excite Bike, which we haven't seen yet, and we have seen now.
Yeah, this is the first track that we didn't see in the last war, so this
Yeah,
will be interesting.
the meta's changing, boys. Not the character meta, though. Still got more Waluigi's than ever. Anyway, we'll have to see how many people decide to bag. This is obviously another attempt on the side of World Friend to just completely flip the switch here and try and get something going for them. Very early bottom 2 for Prestige right now, being Sebas and Roberto. Thomas is back here now as well with Swift, though.
Yeah, that's smart. He doesn't want Prestige to stay that far back without knowing what's going on. Yeah, I think they realize that the shocks played such a huge factor in the last war. They're gonna try and pick tracks that will be more likely to see them, because it really came down to that from the last war.
Yeah, I think it's worth pointing out that Ryan's did just stop at the boxes there. So, does Roberto have a shock in last? I think so. Did you see Dragon?
We'll see if he takes cut.
No, I don't.
So
Did he? It's hard to see.
It didn't look like it, but okay. Star and Bill from, I think that's still Thomas back there. So
yeah, and I think Thomas is trying to say they have shot. And that's why Swift is holding on to his Star.
Oh yeah, Star in his pocket. That's really good. Star's in your pocket.
It's going to come now, I think. It's going to come soon.
It looks.
Because
They kind of have to.
There's no
now,
doubt
they
that
have it.
they have it. There's no doubt. Because Roberto he's in last by a lot. But when are they going to use it?
I think Sebas has Shrooms here, so they're waiting a little bit, but...
Oh, he had a blue! Oh, never mind! Oh, wow,
wow.
I completely forgot that was... that was the other possibility.
Yeah, me too.
2, 3, 4, 5! 2, 3, 4, 5, bottom 2 for Prestige. I think that's actually a fairly even race. It's a winning race of Prestige by a little bit, but not by as much as you think, because that bottom 2, I think. Probably like a +6 or something.
Yeah.
Oh, +2. Only a +2
Yeah.
for 2, 3, 4, 5, bottom 2.
So we both kind of neglected to think about the blue shell, but
Yeah.
in holding the blue shell, he still like did work for that race, because
Yeah.
they were able to hold that top 2 for most of lap 3 without any problems. So that was a good play from Roberto. Because sometimes in scenarios like that, you're just going to be like, oh, let Sebas had Shrooms, so they could have been like, oh, just let Sebas go into first and take the blue shell so you can catch up. But they were able to hold the top spots, so that was a good play in itself.
Yeah.
And is that Warriors Gold Mine? Yeah. Okay. So was
Warriors
that
Gold Mine.
Prestige?
Yeah, it must have been 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, I saw them pick it last war, so that's why I assumed. So again, a different track pick. Not one we've seen yet, so...
Indeed. We'll have to see if Prestige can make use of all the possible drafts here. But also, it can be fairly easy to bump your teammates as well at the start. So that's also a factor you have to bear in mind. Let's see if anyone falls off around this section. One person may have a Waluigi, unless it's just lag. It's just lag, I think. Okay, so everyone's surviving just about. Roberto is taking an early lead. Whoa!
Yeah, I was going to say that was going to be a close one, but just hold on. So that's 2, 3, 4 for WF. And
it's not often we've been seeing Roberto take first place at the start of the race. Quite often he's been the one to kind of just chill at the back. But no, he's kind of taking the initiative to run.
Yeah, definitely Roberto's capable of doing both. We've seen him take both roles in MKU. He, like you said, he takes more of the bagging role, but he definitely can run when he's needed to do it. So, but that blue is going to be unfortunate. I think we saw him fall off to avoid it. But
yeah, it was a top 3 for World Friend, but Julian has since come up. So is Sebas as well. Top 2 for World Friend. Swift does have this horn though. That banana on the ramp might take a soul or two.
He has.
Oh, here comes the fire.
Yeah, he has really good items here.
He's still there, but he's been overtaken by Sebas. Yeah. So if I were Swift, I'd say, Thomas, go wide or try and back Sebas. He's going to try, but... Oh, I think Sebas has been taken out. The Roy is now in 5th. Sebas is gone, dude. Is this a top 3 for World Friend?
Yeah, it's looking good. He's going to horn this blue.
And the red as well. That's Julian in second, I think. That's Julian in second. And Thomas probably in 3rd. So from what I could assume, it's a 1-3 for World Friend right now. Do you see a couple of bills at the back right now? Double red is going to be a little bit too late. Someone's going to bite the dust.
That looked like second place, which was Prestige, judging on those reds.
Oh, was it lag? Yeah, top 2, 5, 8, 9, 11. That's a winning race for World Friend. Probably I mean, they're down by 8. That's probably around a +8 now that I think about it. And if it's not, it's maybe a +6. So,
I think it's really interesting.
That's a +10.
Yeah. Yeah, so good on WF for sure. Honestly, I think Swift getting first there is interesting, considering he started in first. And
yeah,
it's very hard to hold first on WGM when the other team has spots behind you. They can easily bump you off. But Swift played it really safe. He went wide on the first set to the right, so let everyone kind of just go around him on the left, and he was able to maintain. By the end of that trick on the turn, he was still in like 3rd. So he did a really good job to play passive and hold that.
And I think he just kind of let the game play itself to get back into 1st with that blue shell. So
yeah.
Sure. So good job by Swift. Good awareness. Back to Electrodrome now though, for race number 8, I think. Yeah. Getting into the last 5 races of this second war, and there's only 2 points separating World Friend Star and Prestige right now. Obviously, best of 3, so World Friend do need to win this if they want to stay in contention of winning the division. I think we might be having a few audio issues. I'm not sure if it's just on my end.
No, I hear it too.
Okay, it's either just the screen share or it's actually Swift's stream. So if you guys can hear it as well, then I apologize. But that blue, well, that exploded very close to where Swift was, and he was in 11th. So just look at the map right now. Once again, Roberto is kind of chilling in last. We don't know what he's got. He can't have a blue because Swift just threw one. Obviously, there's a 30-second.
I wasn't watching, but it looked like it was probably a blue dropout attempt, or maybe a successful one to bring the pack this close again.
Who's that holding a dodge? That's very important, because if Roberto actually does have a dodge this time, a shock this time, then well, they're in their star now, so... Oh, those greens from Dragon.
Those greens, yeah.
He's going to try and spill some blood with those, whilst trying not to hit Sebas. Yeah. Oh, he got someone.
Okay, no, that was Valor. Valor got his own. So
oh, it's Valet. Oh, never mind, yeah.
Yeah, we could see a battle here with the greens. And,
Whoa, and Dragon's going to come out on top. There's bananas.
Nice nanos, too. I think this is probably top 2 for Prestige. I think that's probably like Ryan's or someone in first. But Swift has shrooms.
I guess we won't know. Sebas is going to try and trail Swift. He's probably going to put a banana down on the cut, try and get Swift, I imagine. Yeah, he tried. But, there's Lanfe's in first. That's a top 2.
Top 2.
Top 2 for World Trend. But the question is, what other spots do they get? There's a lot of Waluigi's in the back. Top 2, 4, 5. Top 2, 4, 5, 8, 10. That's a very good race for World Trend. Because that's also a 9 bottom 2 for Prestige. So very nice for World Trend. Definitely what you need to try and push away from Prestige. We're kind of clawing at you right now.
Yeah, that's actually a plus 22 for WF. So, yeah, again, that momentum shift again coming in. We saw it was just, plus 2, and now they have plus 24.
Yeah, just
so that's...
the past 5 races, it was a plus 24 for Prestige, and then it shrunk to a plus 18, and then only a plus 2, and now a plus 10 for World Friend, and now, as you've just seen, a plus 22 in Electrodrome. So World Friend have done well to kind of bring this back, even after the good start they had. But yeah, so 24 points separating World Friend and Prestige in this match number 2. It's going to be Desert. This is actually a track we haven't seen it, is it?
No, we didn't see this last word. We saw it selected, but it wasn't like picked. So, yeah. So there's not much we can really talk about here. Basically, nothing. I mean, if we see dodges or
the first 30 seconds are kind of just, it's the usual. People are kind of just slowing down. No one's going to be able to pull a shock, at least until the 30-second mark. You can pull triple greens, but whoa!
Nice.
I was like, I didn't even hit him. Didn't even hit him. Yeah, he's still going.
No, didn't? Okay. Yeah, that's kind of weird, but
he's got more. He can try again if he wants. But Roberto's kind of gone now, I think. Yeah. Roberto's like, nah, I'm out of there. Oh, never mind. He's coming back.
Oh. Okay. So.
Yeah, we do see 2 people. Yeah, stuck up on coins.
Sebas and couldn't tell you, but he throws the red.
A blue in third? That's disgusting.
Okay. That's interesting.
Whoa.
Lap 1 shock.
Lap 1 shock.
Very chaotic. Honestly,
yeah, we do see a couple of people taking the golden strat right now. Thomas has come up with a build. He's got a golden of his own. World Friend in bottom 3 right now, though.
Yeah, and they're definitely going to want to get that second shock. Yeah, honestly, I think on this track what you're trying to do is just stay in the back till you get a shock on lap 2. If you get one on lap 1, then you kind of just got to get rid of it, no matter who you dodge. Yeah. That's kind of what we saw with that one.
Oh, okay. If he gets the chain hit, this would be perfect. Not quite. Because if he did get the chain hit, he'd probably have like a start, maybe even a build behind this golden. And if the blue as well, going for first place, he's going to take this golden strat. He's going to be in a really good spot. Oh, he's not even going to risk the golden strat in case of a second shot.
And honestly, I think that's a good play. I mean, when he gets here. Okay, yeah.
For the 3rd time this race, triple greens. He's going to force Angel into a star. Quad shrooms. Whoa. Yeah, and he's not going to avoid it this time.
Yeah, not much you can do with shrooms on this guy in the stars of shroom, but 8th place chain. Okay, we'll see if he can.
I'm trying to think who's in the top right now, because I think it's. Oh, Angel just died.
Greens, yeah, you got greens.
We just see Ryan's in 4th, but I think there's a couple of Wolfen up there as well. Yeah, 2, 4, 5, 6. Oh, bottom 3 for Prestige. I almost missed that. That's definitely a winning race for World Friend once again. So Prestige with the first shock, from what we can assume, not quite paying off. Because World Friend pulling a second one going into lap 3, I think. Or the end of lap 2. And that's going to give Prestige bottom 3 for that race. So as a result, World Friend are going to extend their lead even further here. So another +8. 32-point lead now. Back to PPS.
Yeah, definitely. One of the tracks they definitely want to see when they are up there. But yeah, so honestly, I think it's worth pointing out. I think that shock was pulled in 9th or 10th, which is
It
not
wouldn't surprise me.
uncommon, especially on desert. But it's I kind of always forget that the shock can be pulled up that high in rooms because I'm so used to other like Mario Kart Wii and stuff. But so PPS comes out. See what
We'll have to see if anyone gets taken out at the start, because Roberto would probably be absolutely fine to run this, especially considering that he's the only biker in the room right now.
He actually does good work coming up here.
Oh no, but there he goes.
Team kill.
Commentator's curse.
Yeah.
Still top 2 though. For Prestige, that's going to be 3-4 for World Friend. Who's this coming out? Is that Sebas?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because Theo's no more, isn't he? I shouldn't say no more, but yeah, that boomerang, that's really unfortunate.
So last war, we kind of saw Swift get destroyed at the end. So we hope that it's a little bit different this time, but there's a lot of WF in these middle back spots. But Roberto, with that trail, is hit down to last. So, and I would assume that Waluigi back there with him is WF. They're going to try and monitor the shock situation.
Trying to counterbag Roberto right now, I think.
Yeah, I think though there's quite a bit WF present, or not WF, actually Prestige presence right now in the front.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Too. So I think that's
top
actually
4 maybe.
Top 4, yeah.
5, 6, 7. We do see Sebas in 8th. Then again, Roberto did just throw blue, which is interesting. That bomb's gonna hit someone. Oh no. Also, who's that with a horn? Okay, Lampy.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do that off. Yeah, you can do that off stream, but on stream, come on, bro.
Yeah, I think they horned the blue up there, dodged it some by Shroomer maybe. I don't know, but yeah, that's definitely those 2 Waluigis with that break. Gotta be both Prestige.
Yeah. Doesn't look like it's going to be a shock. So, this is Sebas not pulling streams, so it's going to be World Friend in 4, 5, 6. But is that a top 3 for Prestige? That's the question. It is.
Yeah.
Top 3, 7, 8, 12 for Prestige. It's going to be a nice little juicy race for them. They're going to take that to the bank and hopefully try and ride with that as a +16. That's just cut the lead in half completely. It's only 16 points now.
Yeah, so I thought with Roberto getting trailed off the track, by the way, at the beginning, I kind of thought, WF could make something of that, but it didn't appear so. As WF, they got a very convincing lead in the top 3. Along with the blue dodge as well.
Yeah,
so...
Prestige kind of just they just kind of ran that. They were top spots right from the start, and because it was a shockless race, it's kind of hard to catch up on PPS. Whilst there are the cuts at the end, that's it. And even then, they can only do so much, right? So this is really important. So Prestige, with the momentum, they're going to go to Water Park, where they got top 6 last war about an hour ago on this. So we'll see if they can do it again.
Yeah, but if I were WF, I would never let that happen. Anything like that happen again. So we'll see if that counterplay.
Easier
comes
said
in.
than done.
Yeah. Yeah, you have a point, but yeah.
It looks
We
like
see
Prestige.
Flo's gonna counterbag this time, so
Yeah, I think Prestige has still managed to keep a decent amount of top spots, whilst we did just see Angel die, and Demon's going back as well. Oh, is that Sebas too? Okay. So one by one, Prestige are going down. There goes Thomas. So it's a 3, 4, 5 for Wolfram. There's also a blue shell.
Blue.
That almost hit him.
I don't think he'll be able to dodge this one. I would doubt it highly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's still going to be in at least second though.
Sebas is here again, okay. With fire as well.
Oh wow. He was beside him. I'm surprised I still hit him. Yeah. Lanfy is pulling a mate. Never mind.
Yeah, that fire bouncing around will kind of death for him.
Yeah, it's got to hit you eventually, right? Now, who is that in first? I think
it's Ryan.
I think it might be. Oh, this plant. You've got to use this plant, right? Oh, wait, so who is this? This is really important. It's Flo. Okay.
Flo, and there's the plant. Yep, gonna connect. Yeah, Flo's gonna need
2, 3. Is that a 1, 5, 6 for Prestige right now? That's a blue. It's gonna take out Swift. Ooh. His red's gonna get yoinked as well.
It's not Ryan. I was very
Roberto's coming up. Perhaps it was the World Friend who's in first though, but all of Prestige are coming up now. Oh, that bomb went off. Did that hit anyone? It's hard to tell.
Yeah, I don't.
It was Valor in first. It's top 4.
A
top 4, 7, 12. A complete switch from last war. From what was a top 6. What was a top 6 of Prestige is now a top 4.
Yeah.
World Friend.
Yeah, I apologize. I completely had that wrong. Who was in first? But yeah, that's a really strong race, and they can only tie. It's plus 40 for WF here, so
yeah, that
at best they can tie. So we are definitely going to a match 3.
We're going to a game 3. It looks like.
Wow.
Unless Prestige can somehow on Choo Choo pull out a miracle and pull out a top 6 basically out of their bums and take it to a tiebreaker GP.
Oh, so I was going to ask, it is a tiebreaker. It's a whole GP then?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be interesting for sure. But yeah, Hyrule coming out, yeah, doesn't look good here for Prestige to pull that off, but you never know. You never know. So definitely can't rule it out completely, but the odds are still.
Yeah, all Wolfram needs is a single top 6 spot here to guarantee themselves a match 3 tonight. Or this afternoon for all of you people in America. Right, so we see, I think Valor, unfortunately, he's not going to be able to run this because he was redded out, I think. Roberto once again's in the back. Ooh, triple greens. He took out someone. This is Prestige with fire, I believe. I think it's Julian. He's going to get taken out. So that's a 3, 4, 5 for World Friend, which is most definitely more than enough. 3, 4, 5, and with Sebas going down, that's probably going to turn to a 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, I honestly think WS just kind of chilling right now. They don't have to do very much at all to confirm this, so
the thing is,
a race for pride.
Roberto being in last, they have to get top 6, and so that is, you just can't be in last right now. Even if you do pull a shock, what are you going to do?
Yeah, if he doesn't pull
Give your team top 5, you're still going to lose.
Yeah, if he didn't pull it at that last set, he's going to need to catch up now if they want any chance. So, but we see Ryan shroom up, and that red wasn't going for him. Okay.
Whoa.
Oh, that's a nice trail from Ryan, so he's going to take first. But again,
we need more than first. Here.
And
World
that's
Friend.
still 2-3-4, I think. So
Yeah, it looked like it.
yeah.
If Ryan's can pull a bomb. No, which he doesn't. I see Roberto, I think, in 10th right now. So yeah, this is most certainly going to a game of 3, even with that plant. Even after being chanced, we see a decent amount of
Yeah,
World Friends still up
all.
here. A 2-3-5. I think that actually may have been World Friend holding Shock at the end. Yeah, it was Thomas. Yeah, it's a 1-3-7, 1-3-7, 9-10-12, I think, for Prestige. So it's actually going to be a fairly comfortable win for World Friend on this this war. Swift with the crown as well.
Yeah, he put up a great performance this war. It was very good watch this time. So nice job to him. And yeah, basically, the opposite of the last war, except they pulled off quite a bigger lead. I think what it came down to is their really good water park race. It's just a coincidence. It was water park both times, but their really good standout race came later in the war, so they had less time to. Prestige had less time to come back, and yeah, it was pretty much a lost cause by then.
Yeah.
So
right, so we are going into match number 3 here. So the winner of this next war will go up against the winner of RE and high definition, which I believe is high definition. Actually, no, it wouldn't be, because I believe RE won the first match against high definition by around 30. So I think perhaps it's yet to be determined. And if it is determined, we will let you know in around 5 minutes when we come back. But in the meantime, we will take a short break. And when we return, we will go to match 3. Peace out. Right. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back. Sorry to interrupt that banging music, because not gonna lie, that music was kind of clean. I was kind of jamming to that
For
whilst I was
sure.
waiting for the last 2 minutes. But yeah, so we're back with Prestige versus World Friend Star. This one is for all the marbles now, Mitch. This is game 3 of the semi-finals, the D1 semi-finals at that. So lineup-wise, I think we're basically the same. I don't think there are any changes from what we've been told, which makes our job easier, obviously.
Yeah. Rolling with the same lineups here.
Yeah, I don't see any changes, which is fair enough. Prestige think they can take a game with this with the same lineup as last match, which I agree. I'm sure they could. The loss wasn't crushing, but obviously still, it's not going to be easy, especially if Wolfriend do feel like they have a little bit of momentum going into this last match.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't know. I think with WF, they took an unfortunate loss match 1, but they were able to pull it back. They seemed that if there was any sort of tilt or anything, it didn't show at all in the match. And I think Prestige are capable of pulling off the same. I don't think they'll be prone to any sort of tilt. I think they'll be able to reset as well. And I think this last match is going to be, very, very close. So it'll be a good one for sure. They're fighting for, the highest, award that you can earn in this game. So they're both very determined. So
yeah, I'm sure they
are.
Be
a good one for sure.
And I think the loser of this match will go, assuming there is a third place match, they'll be playing in that. Now, I'm not sure if it has been confirmed that there will be a third place match, but assuming there is, these are, if you think about it, these are both two teams which you don't really want to see lose, because they're, if I'm being perfectly honest, I actually think these two teams are the strongest teams in the community right now, both Prestige and Worldfriend. And so one of them having to dip out here, it's rough, dude.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. So, actually, this voting screen looks exactly like the voting screen from match 1 with WF going with RWS and MKS for Prestige.
Yeah, MKS has been quite popular with Prestige, and they're finally going to get it.
They're going to get it.
Which, I mean, I think they got it last war as well, but they're going to get it again. So possibly a top 4 start for Worldfriend, which would explain the RWS pick. Yeah, it's going to be MKS instead, Mario Kart Stadium. Well, we were right about it going to a game 3, Mitch, but the question is who's going to win? Because earlier I said Prestige is going to take it, and you said that Worldfriend's going to take it. I guess we'll find out in the next 40 minutes or so. Place your bets, chat. This is for all the marbles. Here we go. Worldfriend taking quite an early top 3. Never mind, Dragon's going to try and come out. And Mars is going to be taken out quite quickly as well. And just like that, it's going to be completely changed.
Okay.
There's a phantom hit there. Excuse me. Valor has come up now via shrooms, I think. But there's a very nice banana. I don't know if it actually connected because it may have been lag.
Okay.
I think it did. And Julian was taken out there as well by another one. So Swift's banana's kind of doing work right now. Lanfy's going to get taken out.
Was that for red that second place through? Because that would be...
It may have been. Boing. Right, Valor's in second. Who's that in first? It's got to be Prestige then. If Valor's... Yeah, he's going to go wide now as well. Very clever.
All these reds. There's no way he's going to live through that. Yeah.
Oh, he's still going. He's still going.
Okay.
Well, he's not doing any more. Both the combination of a blue shell and a shark, that's going to slow him down most definitely. I think he may have wall dodged the last couple of reds by taking the high glider, by cutting the corner.
Yeah, he would have had to. And yeah, that is Ryan who was up there, so this is very close pack here. This
Yeah,
is
but
really
Thomas with the
interesting.
golden though. It's a really close pack, but look at the items that all of Wolfram have right now. Thomas is still holding his golden in like what, 4th? That's insane. He's gonna start goldening up now, and hopefully he's gonna get first. Julian is in 9th right now. I think he's holding a star maybe or a shroom. Everyone's gonna be taking the cut here. A couple of people are dying. Sebas is one of them. That's quite a lot of World Friend in the front. 1, 4, 5, 7. Oh, but the bottom two. Yeah, that bottom 2 is going to cancel it out quite a lot, especially with Prestige getting 2, 3, 6. It's going to be a winning race for World Friend, I think, by a little bit. But, yeah, the bottom 2 nullifying what could have been quite a good race for World Friend there.
Yeah, right off the
It's a tie
bat,
race.
it looks like there's a lot more aggressive play coming out from just everyone in general. There was so many items thrown, just so much going on that race one, and maybe it's just MKS, but there was a lot going on there. We didn't see much. I mean, we did on certain races, but right out the gate here, match 3. So both teams are playing for a lot. So I think it's coming down to they're getting nerves are starting to hit. But we see Club Mario coming out for, I think that was a Prestige pick.
Yeah, it was. But damn, Club Mario? That's a track I don't even think I have in my game, but we'll see.
Yeah.
MK9 track leaked. Pepega. Alright, anyway, I'll stop being cringy. Okay, to Electrodrome for race number 2, excuse me. I'll have to see who gets taken out, because if anyone gets taken out, you can kind of expect them to go for the shock, because obviously the shock on this track is insane, with the glider being at the end. Target shocking some people at the end, it can do so much damage. A lot more damage than people think, I think, with the cut at the end as well. You see a decent amount of World Friend in the middle right now. Swift's holding double shrooms in 8th. A couple of reds being flown off.
And he's suddenly in 4th, even though everyone now. That was
it's a huge shift there for World Friend, because I think World Friend were basically all the middle spots, and they were just all shroomed up. And Mars, I think, was in 1st anyway. So Mars has managed to hold onto his 1st, and then top 4 right now. And a shroom and a horn in 1st?
Yeah.
Wow, I mean, you're just set, right?
Yeah, multiple WF members have shrooms and this horn as well, so if they can, have someone, maybe with, like, trailing triple items or something, this can be held really effectively, and you're going to see the cuts, so that's just going to extend the lead more, and I think this is top 2 break now.
Yeah, top 2 are gone because a bomb went off, I think, taking out one of World Friend, but also taking out Sebas as well. Sebas is in last right now. Roberto's also back there. So I think it's a bottom 2 for Prestige, maybe even a bottom 3, depending on who the Waluigi is in 10th. Still holding this horn in 1st place. Gonna have to hope that doesn't get stolen by someone behind him. You see a couple people getting hit at the back. We saw a bomb go off. Quite a lot of people in dodges as well, so there probably isn't a shock in play.
No, it doesn't look like it.
The top 2 are getting a free top 2. I mean, there's a blooper, but Valor's gonna quickly say, sorry mate, but that 1st place is mine. It's at least a top 2. I think it's a bottom 2 for Prestige as well, if that's Sebastian last, which it is. Oh man, top 4, 7, 8 for World Friend. Wow, that is a huge race. That's like a plus 30. Maybe even more than that.
WF coming right out of the gate here, and I think if I'm not mistaken, we saw ED all 3 wars, and I don't think we saw a shock on any of the races.
That's just really unfortunate because obviously you could tell Prestige needed that. They were like bottom 2 for most of that race, being Roberto and Sebas. And you can tell they tried going for it, but they just, even with 2 of them banging, they just didn't get what they needed. And Dragon going random, I'm not sure if that's a good sign, to be honest. I don't want Dragon being tilted after one race in match 3. Hopefully it was just an accident, but...
Yeah, but they are coming off... They had a pretty... WF had a pretty convincing win in the last war, and now they just had this huge race. So it's... You know, you have to wonder, is something going on now in Prestige, or are they going to hope? And yeah, we see RWS too, so this... They will have to play a really strong race here.
Yeah. Or was Valère the answer all along? Because obviously he came in match 2. And now Wolfriend are kind of putting in work. But I'll leave that up for discussion. Perhaps another time. You see Ryan's coming up to infiltrate 3rd right now. Top 2 still being held by Wolfriend. Top 2, 5, I think. I think that's either Julian or Angel in 4th.
These greens, he could do... Oh, he's going to go for coins. But
yeah. Angel's being taken out. Was that by Ryan's?
Yeah, that might have been a team kill. It looked kind of like it.
It could have equally been Mars backing as well, as he just did in the cut. Sebas was taken out by Swift's greens, I think, as well, after the ramps. Speaking of greens, Julian's got some more now. Ryan's is going to get taken out.
Yeah, I think Ryan's getting hit out. He was the only one who managed to infiltrate the top 4 and hold it, and now he's gone. But we do see Julian here. He's kind of, their last...
Yeah, he's doing alright. He's not in a bill.
And
I think it's Roberto, right?
Yeah. He's got to hit this fire. Oh, but he's going back a little tight. Good from Swift to go wide.
Yeah, there's a nice banana placement, actually. Right on the ramp. Quad Shrooms. That's really good pull, because first place isn't even that far ahead. You can literally see the name tag. I'll have to see if Julian has a red, which I think he does. He's always a horn. Well, he's got to respect this horn. Another set of triple shroom. What are these pulls? Swift, what are you on right now?
These are crazy items here, and...
But the thing is, with Julian having this horn, he can't really do much with it, can he?
No, he probably is suspecting that
there's a blue.
Swift has, something in his pocket.
Oh, Julian!
And that blue is going to take him out. And
I think it was a banana, actually.
Oh, okay.
There's a shock, though. Oh. That was Roberto's shock, I believe.
And that red's going to actually hit Valor, too. But...
they're still... I mean...
It kind of looks like it, yeah.
I'm surprised they managed to keep hold of this. Yeah, top 2 for Wolfriend. Do you see Sebas in 11th right now? Top 3! Top 3, 5?
But 10, 12.
What happened? What happened to Angel at the end? Because we saw him in 3rd.
Yeah, it kind of looked like the blue, the instant it hit, I think it hit him, and then it flew up, how it goes up in the air right before it targets. It kind of did that right after it hit him. So that, because it probably cut off that turn, so that, pretty unfortunate. Because I didn't see any items there.
Well, you gotta think that had to be a prestige shot, because it was all a prestige dodging on the mini map. But
yeah,
still a huge race for Wolfriend. With the shock, was it a top 3, 5?
Yeah, top 3, 5.
That's insane.
Yeah, and I think just in general, it's hard to get the shock there, so it's good that they got it, but by then, they had, with Ryan's getting hit out, it was only Julian, and it was only a matter of time, and, by then it was too late.
And Prestige, they're not getting the track picks they want now either.
Yeah, WF chaining. Look at Traxon, what is the lead?
48.
48 now.
48 points after 3. That's a demanding lead so far. And whilst yes, Prestige can bring this back, it's gonna be kind of a mountain to climb. If you're Prestige, you just really gotta try and make sure that those races just don't get to you, and just know that you've got 9 races to catch back up. It's most certainly doable.
Yes.
You've got to put your head down and focus.
Yeah, for sure. So, actually, I think the top 2 is already broken. That might be Prestige in second now. Yeah, I think that was Angel.
It's Julian in second.
Oh, Julian, never mind. So, good start.
A man from Colombia, Julian. We just see Roberto back again in 11th, as he usually does. He's going to throw blue. Is Swift going to drop, or he's just going to take it on the glider? He's going to take it on the glider, because obviously, if you get hit on the... Okay, yeah, that's fair enough.
Okay.
I didn't look like he was
play.
going to...
And he still holds first. That was a really good play. And now he has this bomb.
I think Valet just got taken out in second there. Yeah, I think it's 2-3 right now for Prestige. Oh, he's going to have to.
Yeah, the red.
Unfortunately, he's using the bomb defensively rather than offensively, which is kind of a, limiting what he can do right now, because he's probably not going to get defense here. Yeah, he's going to get a coin. If Julian pulls a red and he reds him off the glider, then Prestige are in a really good spot.
Yeah, without that red, he would have certainly hit Julian with that bomb, but it was unfortunate he couldn't. But, I mean, nothing happens. He's still holding first. That would have been a perfect opportunity to hit him there.
Who's that coming up on the bill? It's
Waluigi.
Waluigi.
Yeah, it looks like no shockless race again, so Swift's just going to hold
blue.
this.
I think that's World Friend holding the blue, because they threw it at kind of a weird time. He tried to back spam. I don't think it hit anyone. If it did, it would have hit Ryan's, but...
Yeah, Julian spaced that well, so he didn't get hit.
2, 3, 4, 6. 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 11 for Prestige. That's going to be a winning race for Prestige, but with Swift getting first, it's only going to be a small one, I think. Yeah, +8.
Well,
what can I say? Something is something, right?
Yeah, it's the start they need. They just gotta take that and say it's a start, and keep it up from here. And we see again Orioles Gold Mine. If they get that, that'll help them quite a bit. But if not, we go to RMC. And again, last war we saw a shockless race. So we can't, for Prestige's sake, we can't see that this time.
Yeah. We're going into race 5 then. That's the first GP over. I imagine Swift is probably going to run this. Yeah, it looks like it. Roberto once again up into bag on the side of Prestige here. I'm to see if anyone can pull a shock here. Unlike the first two wars, Swift's going to get taken out by Julian here, though. Valet will quickly take over first place with the Shroom, right?
And yep, early Taran Boo. He might hold this Boo. Or never mind.
Bill.
Okay. That's
a pretty good pull.
That's a really good pull, yeah. If I were him, I would
use it here?
Yeah, I would just use it here. He's gonna want to get another dodge, if possible. Yeah.
Well, Ryan's holding a bill in 5th.
Yeah.
How? I don't know, but... Oh, no! Well, so much for that bill, Ryan. See ya.
Okay,
There's a blue shell coming out as well.
And dropping Fiesta going on.
This Swift's in a really good spot right now. I think that might have been a world friend shot, because we see Flo coming up, and Swift was shocked into boxes, I believe. He's going to steal Flo's star. But I think it's okay, because Flo does have a red. You got to watch out with these greens, though. But you might be able to take out Sebas with these greens. Yep. Oh, no. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he did. Wow.
A little bit sus at first, but it's at least another top 2 for World Friend. Sebas is going to be hit down to last. Oh no. That's a top 5 for World Friend.
And there we go. Yep, the shock came in very more typical RMC race this time, and it's gonna definitely put WF in a probably the best position they've been in this whole best of 3. So they're looking really good right now, because they're overall plus 72. I think that's the biggest the lead has been in this entire series.
Yeah, and its entire set, most definitely. It's never been as big as 72. And being up on Prestige by 72 after 5, that is huge.
Yeah, they've done really, really well for themselves here. And yeah, so we're going to see...
Finally gonna get the cheese
game.
land. The question is it too little too late? Well, as I said, you've got to keep your head down if you're Prestige.
We've
Give up
seen
yet.
comebacks,
We
you know,
have.
with bigger and even shorter time to do it before. It's
Yeah, the
very
most
possible.
recent comeback I think that was displayed around as big as this was Horizon versus Dynamite Alpha in D2.
Yeah.
I think Horizon were up by probably around 80 at the halfway mark, and Dynamite went on to win by around 10.
Yep. So definitely possible, but you know, I mean, it comes down to this really. The next few races.
Yeah, and also RE versus HD also went to Game 3 as well, so that's also being played at the same time as this match.
Yeah, for sure. D1 putting up some really good showings today, for sure.
Yeah. Have to see what Swift can pull in for. Triple greens this far back. Ooh, that's kind of ugly. Okay, a very early shock. Another lap one cheese and shock, just like the last war.
Yep, I mean, just gotta keep cycling items till you get the shock in the ideal position, the ideal time.
There's another one.
And there we go. I think that's about as ideal as you can get.
He's gonna have a golden in first, dude.
Yep, I mean, it's not free for him quite yet, but
not yet.
It's
He's just gonna get ahead though.
Yeah, he'll
When he
have.
can.
He'll have about 10, 15 second. Well, not 15, probably 10-second break here, or maybe not actually.
Not even that, because everyone's taking the car. There's an army of Waluigi's behind him right now. It could be argued that Swift actually isn't in that great of a spot, because if he gets blued here, everyone behind him's gonna have shrooms, right?
Yeah, that is true. I did not expect, like 2 through 7 to take cut up to, but that happens. So
okay, no blue though, which is good.
Yeah, it's
for
looking
Swift.
good.
There's a red. Uh-oh.
Reds.
And
Triple
here they
reds,
come.
actually. Yeah.
Here they come, Mitch. As Mars still
That's
holding
Mars
down first.
still.
That's
Okay.
topped a third shock. That's a Prestige, because Sebas is dodging up into 5th. But Worldfriend getting at least top 2. I would imagine. Yeah, top 2, 5, 7, 9, 11. That's another winning race for Worldfriend. Dude, Swift is just on a roll right now with these points.
For sure. And, if you're WF, all you need is these, top 2, like 5, 7 races similar to that. That's all you need now. You just gotta wait.
Yes, it's not much, but it's honest work.
You're waiting for them to, pull out something good, but they're just chilling, honestly.
Yeah, and they are the defending champions for a reason. Worldfriend Star making a statement against Prestige. This third war of the night. I'll have to see if they get their RMP pick as well, which I don't think they will. Yeah, it's gonna go to TM.
So if this goes anything like the previous wars, we saw the shock used in the exact same spot, but by Prestige match 1 and WF match 2, and it worked in their favor both times. So probably going to see something similar again, unless they have some sort of backup, maybe.
Second place stream.
And yeah.
Dude, Swift has been hacking with these items. Then again, how many streams have we got right now? There's a lot of people who just took cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's top 2 for Prestige, a 3-4 for Worldfriend. Never mind,
Nice,
scratch what I said.
Oh, but he'll get a free red on Dragon, so...
Really, though?
Never mind!
I think he wall dodged it. Because he was, kind of hugging the wall a little bit.
Yeah.
The wall can poke out on this course, as it's known to do a little bit.
Yeah, it's pretty commonplace to wall dodge on that particular spot. On both paths, but yeah, so.
Roberto is stopping.
Yeah.
Is that a sign of a possible shock in play for Prestige? Oof. We got beamed again.
So
Ryan's just holding dodge.
Yeah. They're both two people bagging, so I don't think it's in play quite yet. Unless Roberto just got it or the guy in last.
Oh, he's in a star now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's kind of forced to use that. Yeah, it doesn't look like a shock is in play. I think there's a decent amount of prestige actually at the front. But then again, quite a lot of Wolfen might take cut here. No shrooms for Swift. A blue is coming out.
Second blue, yeah.
Ah, Swift, what are you doing? You're right in the middle of the track. You literally like swerved into the middle. I think he was like considering going for double, but then he wasn't. Yeah. Okay, that horn just murdered half the room. Sebas is currently in first right now. Angel in seventh. Roberta's up here as well now. After being at the back, we heard a bomb going off. That's going to take out Lanfi.
Okay.
It's a top 3 for Prestige right now. These triple greens are going to do work. Okay, so Julian just got ended.
Okay.
3-4 for World Friend. Top 2, 5, 6, 9, 12 for Prestige. It's something. It's a start.
Yeah.
Top 2, 5, 6.
For sure. Honestly, if you're Prestige, this isn't bad at all. This is... It's... I mean... It's... well, it cancels out the last one.
It does. It cancels out Cheese.
So...
And that was plus 12, that race. So 72 points is the deficit that Prestige has to make up in the next 5 races.
Will we see another water park?
And will we see another wheelies?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be wheelies. Yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
That could have been a game changer if it did pick water park, though. Well, actually, it could have been. Because obviously we saw a top 6, a huge race for Prestige, War 1. But then War 2, we saw World Friend get, what, top 4, top 5?
Top 4, yeah. Yeah, that's just why I mentioned it, because it's been, like, the deciding, well, not the deciding, but one of the deciding factors in both wars.
Yeah.
That track, so... Well, Swift is gonna bag here. Oh, okay. That's misread, but... Yeah, I think he might be the one going for the shock, or at least
I think Roberto back here now as well. He's kind of just reversing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Swift is going to be the one responsible for pulling the stick this race, it looks like. His aim is to pull it before Prestige. He pulls the blue shell. Ryan's just holding a star. Blue is out. Sebas is back here now. Which is interesting. Because we don't know what Ryan's has behind that star. Well, he's taking cut now. It's... there's loads of prestige back here. There's a shock.
And there's the shock.
Behind Golden. But does Ryan's... It's possible. It's not likely, but it's possible No, Ryan's has a bill. Okay. It was possible that Ryan's actually had a shock behind a star.
Alright, so they're going to have to use this pretty
Yeah, no one from Prestige sees this, I don't think.
quick.
Okay, there it goes. We do see... Was that Mars dodging? I think so. That plant, he's going to have to watch out for Lanfi, which I think he actually lagged here, unfortunately. All of World Friend coming up now, though. Whilst Prestige are in first, I think. That's 2-3-4 for Valor. For World Friend, sorry. As we see Valor trying to infiltrate. Oh no, the Swift!
Reds. Yeah,
and no shrooms, that is just...
Last place. But that is 9-10-11 for Prestige, and this is looking to be really good.
Yeah, it was Dragon in first, but he was overtaken as a top 2, 4, 5, 7 last. For World Friend. And just, Swift got last that race, and he's still MVPing by 14.
Yeah. he putting in the work on both sides, getting the running for most of the war, but getting the shock there was the deciding factor of the race. So I'm good on him. And
I think Dragon is getting a little bit burnt out again.
Yeah, so we see music again from WF.
I'd like to very quickly shout out all the people watching this. We've currently got 215 viewers.
Oh, okay. Wow.
That's a lot of viewers right now for this match. This very hype match. We do see an Animal Crossing. Oh, let's go. I think that's Valor who picked Animal Crossing. Oh no, Valor's
that's Julian, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not a good sign. Yeah, he's using a player made this time, but not a good sign. But we're going to.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. Ignore me.
Try.
Desert Sec for race number 9. Dry desert. I've never really understood those little sphinxes at the side. What are they? What are they supposed to be?
They kind of look like the Magipoopa, but I'm not certain.
Maybe. You know, it's the kind of thing you don't really pay attention to, because when you see Dry, you're just like, okay, who's going to run, who's going to bag, right? But then if you actually, like, you know, just slow things down and pay attention to it, you're kind of like, what actually is that? Because obviously in Dry Ruins and MKU, it was a Yoshi. It was a Yoshi Sphinx.
Mm-hmm.
What resemblance do these have?
Yeah. When you're in competitive play like this, that's not often you
There's a bomb.
look at stuff like that anymore. But anyway, yeah, well, Sebastian's trailing this bomb, but he's going to take cut. He is taking a star up to 2nd place. So that
is gone, dude.
Huge
Oh.
and
I was bouncing a little bit.
Couldn't tell you
blue.
first, but the blue is going to come for him, so we're about to find out. And the star's out.
Ooh.
Is that a sign? Yeah.
Oh, a dodge in 2nd place. It's Flow.
Getting blued, but
maybe they could have excuse me, maybe they could have cancelled blue. I think they prioritized getting their team into boxes or chaining.
Yeah, maybe they didn't want Prestige to. Maybe it was out. They didn't want them to predict it either. But yeah.
Yeah, because using the shot to cancel the blue, it's pretty common. If it's either you're gonna target shock the other team, or you are gonna cancel blue, or if none are possible, then, you know. Yeah.
So he's gonna cut a little bit. Someone's
most definitely. He threw away his red. I think he's trying to go for a horn. He's fishing for a horn a little bit, which he's not gonna get. Oh whoa, who's this? Hello. He came out of nowhere. It's Mars. That's a blue. Yeah, you gotta let Mars into first. You gotta do it.
Yeah. This is really good that he's up there to take this. Yeah, don't follow him, obviously.
Yeah, you didn't mess it up
either.
He
can take the cut as well.
Who's this in 3rd? It's Julian. Julian's gonna.
Second.
Okay, so it's at
1-3.
least a. At least, yeah, 1-3. So good race of Wolfram. It's looking like 1-3-4-5. 1-3-4-5. 1-3-4-5-8. 12. Another really good race of Wolfram. They're looking unbeatable right now, dude. Unbeatable.
They're going to be up by 100, over 100 after that, and I think it's almost mathematically impossible. Almost. I think they still can, but it's almost mathematically impossible now.
It's not quite. However, Prestige, if they manage to make this comeback, then I will legit gift 25 subs.
Yeah, they have to play literally out of their minds. It's a 106 points in 3 races I mean, we've seen comebacks pretty big, but I don't think anything this big has been achieved before, so
yeah.
it's
all
fair.
Wolfram need.
I mean, look at the track picks. It might be a sign of acceptance from Prestige here.
All Wolfram need is a single first place. If they get one first place, that's it. GG. And that's just a single first place in the next 3 races.
Yeah.
Because even if they get one bottom 5, they win.
So, Royal. This is the first time we've seen Royal today. Yeah, Prestige most certainly gonna have to get Shock, and we see Roberto doing just that here, or at least trying. So,
Right, sorry, I got something came up. Right, we are back though to the Royal Raceway. I'm not sure what you've been saying. I've had my headphones off, Mitch, so I apologize.
no, it's all right. So yeah, Roberto gonna go for it yet again, and
Yeah.
I mean, if there's any WF up there at all, it's not good. So
You can see Roberto's just kind of stopping at the set a little bit. But again, just like last war, what did you say about stopping there? He's pulling a plant. Just like last war, Wolf, Roberto does need to be up here by the end of the race. And so if he's in last place, it's not going to do Prestige many favors because they need like close to 3 top 6s here.
yeah, if there's any sort of front presence from WF, they need to get rid of it like as soon as possible. And we see 4, 5, 6 here, or probably more. Up
Yeah, I think there's a couple more in the front. Roberto's coming up in the bill, so if he doesn't have Shock behind that bill, I doubt he's actually got it right now. Yeah, he's going to a star. He could pull it around like set 1, but even if he does pull it like in this upcoming set 2, it's a bit too late.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of Prestige are in dodges right now. No target Shock. World Friend are in top 3. A Horn in first. I think this may be curtains.
This is over, yeah.
And Sebas got taken out as well. Yeah, there's the Shock, but it's a little bit too late. And so World Friend are gonna... Oh wow, yeah. Top 2, 4, 5, 6, 9. A dominant War 3. They're going to take the backdoor 2-0 over Prestige to take the D1 semi-finals 2-1 here.
So, yeah, congratulations to WF. We'll be seeing them next week in the grand finals. If there's any sort of update we can get on the Requiem high definition match, maybe we could, start talking about potential results for that. But this war is over. We're basically racing for pride here. So, but yeah, so I mean, kind of looks very ominous with that very strong race 2 for WF, and I think that coupled with the fact that they took a pretty convincing loss in the second match.
Choo choo!
And yeah, you love to see it.
But yeah, it's kind of crazy how this is actually kind of just flipped. So obviously Prestige taking the first war by around 20. And then World Friend taking the second war by around 30. And now it's 40. Oh yeah, my bad. And now it's just look at this, dude. I don't even need to say anything. Just look at the top of your screen.
It's beautiful, honestly.
Whoa, well, come on, dude. I mean, yeah, this track is beautiful, right? The track, that's what you meant, right? Yeah?
Yeah, the track.
Yeah. Oh, bye, Sebas. Oh, never mind, he's back. He's chilling. Excuse me.
Yeah, pretty colors, guys.
Yeah, the bitrate killer, all the rainbow roads.
And yeah, that too.
Yeah, lots of fuzziness.
But according to the chat, HD is winning over WF by quite a convincing amount.
60.
Plus 60, and they're about, but judging on that score, that's like race 6 or 7, so...
Yeah.
Not over, but potential HD in finals.
Yeah, HD versus World Friend would be quite high.
Yeah, for sure. Considering, didn't they tie them in the regular season, or was that a different team?
I can check for you right now.
Actually, wait.
High Definition does have a draw, and
Yeah,
the draw
Yep.
is. Oh yeah, High Definition drew against Ari. Okay, but yeah, so this race is gonna be over. Top 2 for Prestige, not like a Masters, but oh yeah, but nothing else. Oh well, I mean, to be fair, Wolfman did get bottom 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, bottom 2 for Wolfman there. Swift currently on 120 after 11. I mean, do you want to calm down, dude? Do you want to just, no need to flex so hard. We get it. You're good at the game. I may or may not wish I was as good as you, but oh, Carl Valor, come on, no need to do it to him. That's just disrespectful at this point.
So,
right, so yeah, assuming there is a third place match, which I think there was last season, so I don't see why there wouldn't be this season. It's looking like it will be Prestige versus Ari Requiem. Requiem. Excuse me.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's looking like
be a good match too.
World. Sure. Yeah, most definitely. It's looking like World Friend versus HD. Although while it's not confirmed, it's looking like that. But let's be real here, Mitch, for a second. I don't think anybody expected this much of a blowout here for War 3.
No, definitely not. Considering how we saw very convincing, back and forth. Both teams were playing some of the best they played, and then we come to match 3, and definitely complete opposite of what we saw. So, definitely something to note.
Yeah, World Friend, and obviously they did win the last season over Divine Phoenix, correct?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll be quite embarrassed if I was actually just saying that this entire set, and then they just didn't.
Yeah,
and then and then the season before that, I think it was Vertex versus DBP, wasn't it? I think. I mean, that's kind of going back a little bit. But,
yeah, I couldn't tell you that far back, but
you see Roberto, and never mind, he's not in first. He got taken out the moment I said that. Or the moment the words were coming out of my very mouth. Roberto's holding triple raids right now. Obviously, Swift's going to be unaffected in this star. But right, you can cut off a lot more than I remember there. There's a blue shell going for first place, whoever that is. Just kidding. Someone horned it.
Just sight.
Right.
So
poor Roberto, dude. He was in first place, and now look at him.
Yeah.
Kind of just in last place.
I mean, to be fair,
Whoa, that was a nice back
definitely good on him to hold that, because this track doesn't seem very Yoshi biker friendly.
Yeah. Sebastian, no. Oh, he had defense.
Okay.
Yeah, that could be a top 2 for Prestige. Because I haven't seen Julian the entire race. No, I haven't seen Angel either. Oh, it was Thomas. Okay. 1, 3, 4. Oh, bottom 3 though. Ooh. Swift 130. What a way to end it off. That's not going to be the 600, obviously, but it's going to be pretty damn close.
Yeah,
that is a statement to the next team they fight in the finals. It's actually going to be a +2 for
immediate home XA. He's probably exhausted. I would assume all these players are exhausted after so much intense play.
Yeah. You're staring at a screen for, what, 3 hours?
And your mindset has to be, solid as a rock for that whole time.
Yeah,
you want any chance.
You've still got to give it to Prestige, though. They did make a good showing. That top 6 in Water Park is kind of spicy. And the worst they can get is 4th place. And 4th place in D1 is still pretty damn good.
Yeah, for sure. Everyone's lolling in the chat. I didn't see what he changed his name to, but it was probably something.
Oh, I think I saw GG, but I didn't see the last bit. Yeah, I was kind of
okay.
Oh, did he say GG easy? Oh no,
Oof.
Swift.
Oh, yep, he did. On cast too.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not.
I mean, I think he's I think he kind of does have the entitlement to feel himself a little bit. Don't take that out of context. Because he did kind of drop a 130 bomb against Prestige, so you know. But yeah, speaking of looking at screens for 3 hours, that's exactly what we've just done with the casting. So I don't know about you, but I'm kind of exhausted after that.
Yeah, for sure. I can definitely feel that. So
yeah, so I think that's gonna basically be it. Mitch, you did a pretty damn good job for your first cast. So good job. Thank you for joining me.
Yeah, thank you for casting with me. This was really good match to cast.
Yeah, it was quite exciting. And if you haven't got any more words to part with, then we will say a goodbye to the lovely ladies and gentlemen watching. So thank you, everyone, for watching. From what we understand, it'll be Prestige versus High Definition next week in the Division 1 Grand Finals. I'm being told by Asuna. Asuna's asking if Worldfront actually want an interview. But the question is, does anyone from Worldfront actually speak English in the lineups? Because I don't know. But
yeah, I couldn't.
I think if not, I think we'll probably just end it here because I've got to shoot off. Actually, I've got some food waiting for me, and it's been waiting for me for around 45 minutes. So I'm actually going to have to shoot off, unfortunately. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I've been Squidz, and once again, you have been Mitch. Okay, you know what? That's probably one of the cringiest endings I've ever done. I apologize. I was kind of spitballing.
Well, yeah, thank you guys for having me, and yeah, thank you everyone for watching. It was a really good time. I really enjoyed it. So
yeah, peace out, everyone.
Yep.